Hello friends, welcome once again. Thank you so much for your valuable response for this series. In part 1, we had discussion on variables in C, data types in C, identifiers in C and keywords in C. In this entire series, I am going to discuss almost all questions those could be asked in interviews or oral examinations. So friends, if you have not yet subscribed this channel, do subscribe. So let's begin our second part. So in this part, we are going to discuss about header files in C. In this, we will also discuss standard library functions. Then we will see comments in C program. Then we will see how to calculate size of every data type in C. Then we will go through difference between division and modulus operator, and then assignment and comparison operator. And finally, we will conclude this video by logical operators, in which we are going to discuss logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT. So let's begin. So what is header files in C? You may get question like describe the header files and its importance in C programming. So header files contain definitions. Definitions means actual code of the function. So it contains definitions and prototypes of the function being used in the program. Header files are also known as standard library files. For example, if we use this line hash include stdio.h, here hash is a preprocessor directive which tells us that this line should be preprocessed by preprocessor. If you want to know about the preprocessor, please go through my video C preprocessor, which I have already published on my channel. Here include tells us that the file name ahead, which is given in this angled bracket, should be included at the top of our program. Preprocessor simply copies the content of that particular file stdio.h at the top of our program, and angle brackets defines where to search the header file. So let's discuss advantages of standard library functions in C. Standard library functions perform a specific operation. So to understand this concept, let's take one simple example. So here in this example, I have used two header files. First one is stdio.h and second one is math.h. The standard input and output functions like printf and scanf, whose code is written there in stdio.h file, and I also used one inbuilt function sqrt which calculates square root of given number, whose definition is there written in math.h. So if we want to use the input output functions and inbuilt functions like sqrt, we have to include these header files at the top of the program. These standard library functions provide predefined output which are very easy to use. These functions are very portable and maximize the performance of our program and also saves the development time. So let's go through some standard library functions example. The first one is stdio.h, which supports standard input and output functions like printf and scanf. Second one is string.h, which supports string functions in C. For example, strcat, which concatenates two strings, strcmp, which compare two strings, strcpy, which copy one string to another string, and strlen, which calculates the length of given string. Next one is time.h, which deals with date and time operations in C. Next one is stdlib.h, which supports dynamic memory allocation functions like malloc, calloc, free and realloc. And next one is math.h, which deals with the functions like sqrt, which calculates the square root of given number, abs function, which calculates the absolute value of given number, log, power, etc. So this is all about the header files in C. So what is comments in C program? Comments in C program clarify the purpose of program. Comments can also be used to mention the purpose of statement or block of statements in a program. Any number of comments can be written in any place in a program. This is the most important point that you have to remember regarding comment, that is instruction or description of program given in comment are completely ignored by compiler during execution. comments cannot be nested. That means you cannot use comment within a comment, and comments can be multi-line or single line comment. So to understand all these concepts, let's see this example. In this program, the first two lines, that is C program for calculating square of given number, is the title of the program, which is given in multi-line comment. After header file stdio.h, we have mentioned the purpose of that particular instruction using comment, single line comment, header file. At declaration of two variables num and result, we have also used comment to show the purpose of this line, that is declaration of variables. After scanf, we have used single line comment to give the purpose of this particular statement, that is read number. And while calculating result, we have used comment once again to show the purpose, that is calculate square, and so on. So this is about the comments in C. Next, we'll discuss about size of operator in C. Size of operator is the most common operator in C. It is a unary operator and used to compute the size of its operand. It returns the size of variable. We can also apply size of operator to any data type like int, float, char, double, pointer or structure, etc. When size of operator is used with data type, it simply returns amount of memory allocated to data types. So to understand this concept, just take one example. So here in this program, I've used three variables. One variable of type integer, one pointer of type integer, and one structure variable of type student. So student structure contains three variables. First one is roll number, second one is average, and third one is name of the student. So in the first printf statement, I am displaying size of A, and A is of type integer, so it will display 4. In second printf, I am using size of int. So here we can see that we can use size of operator with variables as well as with data types. So size of int will also display 4. Size of float will display 4 as well. Size of char will display 1. Size of double will display 8. Size of pointer variable will display 8 because pointer holds address and address are of type hexadecimal. So size of pointer variable will display 8. Here the structure variable S1, size of S1 will display 28 because roll number occupies 4 bytes, average occupies 4 bytes and character occupies 1 byte, but we have created character array of 20 characters, so it will occupy 20. So totally it will occupy 28 bytes. So this is about the size of operator in C. So next we will discuss about difference between division and modulus operator, and second assignment and comparison operators in C. Even though this question seems very easy, lots of students do mistake while using these operators. So let's understand purpose of using these operators. First we will discuss the difference between division and modulus operator. Division operator gives quotient of two numbers on division as a result, whereas modulus operator gives remainder of two numbers on division as a result. So let's take one example, 25 divided by 2. So 12 2s are 24. So it will give remainder as 1. So when I use division operator, it will return 12 as a result. And when I use modulus operator, it will return 1 as a result. What is difference between assignment and comparison operator? As name implies, assignment operator is used to assign value to the variable, and comparison operator is used to compare two values or two variables or two constants. For example, in first statement I have used int m equal to 10. So we have used here assignment operator. So 10 will be assigned to variable m in this statement, whereas in second statement we are comparing value in m with 10. So it checks whether variable m holds 10 or not. So let's understand this with one example. Here I have taken m equal to 10, and in if condition I am checking m equal to 20. So this condition will return false as m holds 10 and we are comparing that value with 20. So this is all about assignment and comparison operators in C. Next we will see logical operators in C. logical operators are used to combine two or more conditions. So whenever we want to check more than one conditions in one expression, and depending upon the result we have to take the decision, in such case we can use logical operators, or else we can complement the evaluation of original condition using logical operators. So discuss logical operators one by one. First, logical AND operator. Logical AND operator returns true when both the conditions in expression are satisfied, otherwise it returns false. For example, A logical AND B returns true when both A and B are true. So this is the truth table of logical AND operator. If both A and B are true, the expression will return true. If A is true and B is false, the entire expression will return false. If condition A is false and condition B is true in the expression, it will return false. And if both the conditions are false, A and B, the entire expression will return false. So we can conclude that when we use logical AND operator, both conditions should satisfy. At that time only logical AND operator returns true. Logical OR operator. The logical OR operator returns true even if one or both of the conditions in expression is satisfied, otherwise it returns false. For example, A logical OR B returns true if one of A or B or both A and B are true. So this is the truth table of logical OR. If A and B both are true, it will obviously return true. If either of A or B is true, it will return true as well. When both A and B are false, it will return false. That means logical OR returns false when both conditions becomes false in the expression. Logical NOT operator. Logical NOT operator works like complement of given value. Logical NOT operator returns true when condition in consideration is not satisfied, otherwise it returns false. For example, NOT of A returns true if A is false. So if A is true, NOT of A is false, and if A is false, NOT of A is true. So it works like a complement of the value. So to understand the concept of logical operators, take one example. Here in this example, I have taken 4 variables: A equal to 10, B equal to 4, C equal to 10 and D equal to 20. So we are checking one condition here: A greater than B, logical AND C equal to D. So this is the condition. So if we apply the values in this condition, the condition will become 10 greater than 4, logical AND 10 equal to 20. So the first condition, 10 greater than 4, is true and 10 equal to 20 is false. So this is the situation here: true, logical AND false. So we know that if either of the condition become false in logical AND, the entire expression will become false. So the output, so the condition will become false and it will execute else part and it will display AND condition not satisfied. So when the same variables we apply to the logical OR operator, the condition will become like this: A greater than B, logical OR C equal to D. So the condition is 10 greater than 4, logical OR 10 equal to 20. So obviously 10 greater than 4 is true, or 10 equal to is false. But here we are using logical OR, and we know that in logical OR, either of the condition is true, the entire expression will return true. So the output will be A is greater than B or C is equal to D. So it will execute if part and not else. In logical NOT, here in this example I have used A equal to 0. So in condition not A become not 0 and not 0 is 1. So if 1 will be the final condition and which is true, so it will execute if part and not else and it will display A is 0. So this is all about logical operators. So just have a glance on all the operators with description. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. And to get notifications of all my upcoming videos, please do subscribe this channel now. Thank you.